Hi, my name is Eugene. Before the episode starts, we are covering the NBA playoffs on Spin the Rock. So don't forget to stream our podcast on all platforms and follow us on all social media platforms as well. Thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spin the Rock podcast. I am your host, Angel, and with me today is
And Vaughn.
that's right, it's playoff time.
That caught me so off guard.
Bro, when I was sitting here it was just me and Vaughn, I spent like the whole time trying to figure out how to make that work. All right. It's officially playoff season. The play-ins have come and gone. Some games have already started. I mean, it's the best time of the year.
Yes, sir. It's better than Christmas, bruh.
True.
All right. No Tyler today, but that's okay. Players only podcast. We'll get that insight from students of the game. So what we're doing today, last week we did the preview of the play-in, tried to predict what was going on. But this time we're gonna do our brackets. We're gonna say who's beating who and how many games. Hopefully we're gonna try to be unbiased because some games have started. I kind of wish some teams lost because for my predictions, it looks like I'm being biased as shit. But I swear, I made this bracket after the plays. So I'm gonna go down as the NBA app has it. So the first series on the app is Bucks Heat. All right. Bucks Heat. Who's winning and how many?
That's pretty easy. Bucks and 5. No PJ
Low key, I
Tucker.
got Bucks in 4.
I want to. I love Jimmy Butler too much to say 4, but the Bucks have swept them in the past, and they look like a worse team. So Bucks and 4 isn't even. It's not bad at all.
I would like to give Jimmy at least 1, but I feel like it's kind of hard because he's the entire team almost. So
True.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say Bucks and 5. I mean, come on. Before we get further in, how many sweeps do you guys think there are gonna be this year? Do you think there's gonna be a lot of?
I just got one.
Be a lot of sweeps. You only got one, so do I. Only have one.
I think there'll be a lot of gentlemen sweeps, but I'm just relying on the one sweep for right now.
How about you?
I think there could be 2.
2, okay.
3 max. 3 max.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But we'll talk about it.
Cavs, Knicks.
Okay.
Cavs in 6.
I put Cavs in 7. I think it'll be close.
Cavs in 7. Okay. I would like to see that though. Cavs in 7. Cavs in 7 would be hard. Even Knicks in 7 would be hard. Yeah. I would enjoy that.
I also say Cavs in 7. I feel like people were sleeping on the Knicks after the game yesterday. Everyone was so shocked. Oh my gosh, they're actually solid. It's like, do y'all not watch ball? Like, why every year there's a team who is solid that people don't find out they were solid until the playoffs.
Right. Nah, but even then, like Donovan had like 40 and lost.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, it's kind of looking scary on the Cavs side, given that they were playing at home as well. But I think it was a fluke. I'm not even gonna lie. So
damn, a fluke.
Yeah. What did it take? It took Garland like 3 quarters to finally score, right? And then Mobley looked not like himself out there. So I think that will adjust next game. But I think this is going to be back and forth every game. They're doing adjustments. So I hope for a 7-game series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, RJ Barrett only had 7 points. Okay, that's rough.
It's $100 million. I'm gonna keep saying that until his contract's over.
I do think this is should be one of the closest series,
Mhm.
but I'm picking Cavs over the Knicks because it's Donovan Mitchell. Like, this is the man who beat out Westbrook, Paul George, Carmelo. He broke that team up in the first round, and I think he
True.
got an improved Cavs roster here. So I think the Knicks, although they're a problem, they shouldn't be going the second round. Should be Cavs going the second round.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Even on top of that, just adding on to what Vaughn said, you have one of the best guard combinations in the East and arguably in the league, with Garland and Donovan. And with Donovan being capable of popping off at any moment, any game, that's why I have Cavs in 6. But yeah.
All right. I think this is the one series we kept hinting at when I asked the sweeps, Sixers, Nets. What do you guys have them going to?
Have they played? They played yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who won that game?
It was Sixers. They won by like 20.
Sixers. Jeez.
I put Sixers in 6 only because I think this will be like a situation when D'Lo was on the Nets, led them to playoffs. Similar situation, but I think with Mikal Bridges, I think he shows like he is the number one guy there. I mean, even yesterday he scored like 30 points or something. He was the dude. So I think it's just up to the other guys on the roster to step up to steal those 2 games. Also, Doc Rivers at head coach, I got no belief in him. So it should be a sweep, honestly, but they'll find a way to lose 2 games.
I'm gonna say Sixers in 5. I'll give the Nets a home game, but the Sixers will be the Sixers, top 3 team in the East. Joel Embiid, MVP candidate, probably should win MVP.
Yeah.
Because if this team had have got them to the seed that they're at right now, then I'd probably argue something a little different. But we're talking about KD literally leading this team to the seed that they're at right now. So
yeah, I said Sixers in 4. I got no faith in that team. Even before the 20-point game, I was still saying Sixers in 4. I just think, like you said, KD led them there. Like, I'm pretty sure the Bulls and the Raptors are heated that they had to run the play-in while that team got the 6th seed.
Right.
So I put Sixers in 4.
Just a little quick side note. Did the Kuzma Spencer Dinwiddie, the middest beef in the world, influence your decision at all?
Oh, for sure. No, hell no. What? No, that was out of left field. That was some Dylan Bucks, Draymond Green beef. Like,
nah, that was some really like random ass beef.
it's so funny. And then Kuzma starting like a whole thread just because Dinwiddie said the Lakers don't want him. Which is true. That man's been begging to be back to the Lakers. Like every time LeBron posts, he underneath the in the comments.
Facts.
All right. Our last East series, Celtics Hawks.
I'd love to say Celtics in 4. I think Hawks will get 1, so I got them in 5.
Ah, man, the Hawks are they're so weird, bro.
No, facts.
I feel like based like on statistics, it'd be like 7 games, but there's no way they're taking the Celtics 7 games. I'll give them Celtics will win. But I'll give them 2 games, a home game and an away game.
All right. I also said 5. I feel like the Hawks are just so mid, and the Celtics are like the epitome of a good team right now. So I just feel like they probably will sneak one by just because you never know with Trae Young. That man is like will pop off at the most random times. He did it in the Heat playing game where all of a sudden he was catching like Heat out of nowhere in the second half. Right. So it's like I'll give him 1.
Yeah, like the most dangerous thing to the Celtics team is having big leads and just losing them. Because yesterday they were trying to lose that 32-point lead. it was just like a 10-point win and had me sweating. So I think there's a game where Trae Young scores like 25 free throws and then gets like 5-6 threes and just goes crazy. So yeah, I gotta give him 1.
All right, our first West series. Nuggets, Timberwolves.
That's my sweep right there.
I was about to say, I really feel like that should be a sweep. I feel like it really should be, you know? Mm-hmm. It's hard to say it's not, but then in like my gut is telling me like, you know, they might sneak 1 game. There's no way they're sneaking 2. If they sneak 2 games, it might go 7. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the Nuggets, because you know yourself, bro. Like y'all be choking games.
Oh, so all the time.
So it's like if they ride that momentum, it could go 7, but it could also be a sweep. It's kind of hard to say for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it should be a sweep though.
Yeah, I'm also saying sweep. Anything but a sweep is a disappointment. Anything but a sweep is a disappointment.
Man, I'm just thinking like how good the Timberwolves would be had they not done the Rudy Gobert trade. Like they have McDaniels who broke his hand punching something. They got Naz Reid who like showed how good he is like on the defensive end, and now he's injured. They would have had Vanderbilt and Walker Kessler, all much cheaper than Gobert. So we all know why they're getting swept. Like Cat, Gobert, they just don't work together. And
hey, all I'm saying is they didn't have Gobert in the Lakers game, and they almost won. Hey, that's all I'm saying.
It's just because we blow leads, bro.
I just think it's also because Gobert's ass. So anytime he's on in the court is a good thing. All right, Suns Clippers.
This one's tough, but I put Suns in 6 just because I seen that report. PG-13 probably not coming back for the first round. Mm-hmm. So that kind of just obviously that's the number 2 option. That just hurts everything. So as much as I'd like to follow through on my preseason prediction of Clippers going to the finals, they're against KD and the Suns, which I never would have thought happened come that time. So yeah, I gotta go Suns in 6.
Yeah, I'll probably say the same thing. I really want to see it go to 7, but I could care less who wins, to be honest. But it's just, you know, without Paul George, who helped them, you know, get to this point that they're at as well. I mean, Kawhi is going to be Kawhi, obviously, but PG took a large or had a large chunk of that offense run through him. So without Kawhi on the floor, whenever that may be, if that even happens, you know, it's just going to be more of the load is going to be on Kawhi. But yeah, I got I guess Suns in 6.
Yeah, I had Suns in 7, and then I saw the Paul George news, and I was like, he was the reason why they didn't fall to the play-ins. He was like the main reason why they were like able to keep the seed they were at. So So I'm also doing Suns in 6. I was really dead set on 7, but KD is just like a whole different breed. And then pair him along with CP3 and Devin Booker. It's like, what are you gonna do? Without Paul George, you're screwed. Like,
Right.
they're a good enough team to get 2 wins, but I don't know.
And on top of that, like they don't have. I mean, they got Zubac, but I don't think he's a matchup for Ayton. You know, like
yeah.
So it's just like the Suns. They're just too good right now.
Yeah.
And they finished the regular season on a win streak. No.
Mm-hmm. I think they didn't lose a game when they had CP3, Booker, and KD on the floor.
Right. So riding that momentum.
Yeah.
I love Westbrook, how he's like found himself on this team, but that Clippers team probably has more chemistry with PG rather than Kawhi, because Kawhi was out in games and stuff, load management. And so now they're going to have to play with Kawhi, who has a different play style. PG-13 probably complements Westbrook better as a shooter on all 3 levels. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate that always some injuries got to come sway the series like this. Had Paul George been healthy, do you think Suns are still taking this?
Yeah,
it's not gonna be easy.
I had them in 7 up until today. So I still thought the Suns were going to win. I just thought the Clippers were going to like take them to 7 and really just like put up a big fight. But
because it's not like you can double, KD or Devin Booker, because then if you do that, either one of them is going to be open. But then you also would have had, Paul George probably on Devin Booker and Kawhi on KD. So it really just depends how matchups go, and then, runs. Basketball is a game of runs, so whoever has more and scores the most wins.
All right, Kings Warriors.
I'll put Warriors in 7. Last night game, like I already had decided Warriors in 7. I didn't think this was going to be a quick series, but I got a little more confidence in the Kings pushing this to a longer series ever since last night's win. So if the Warriors can ever win those away games, maybe I'd have a little more faith in them. But this is going to be a series that they don't want to prolong, but it's going to get there.
You want my biased pick or my realistic pick?
Hey, give us both.
Yeah.
My realistic pick is 6, exactly for the reasons Vaughn said. They got a hard time winning at home. They had the 3rd worst away record in the league, ahead of the Rockets and Spurs. So if that puts it into any picture for you, but if they can win on the road, which obviously they lost game 1, that would help. So coming ahead in game 2, if they could steal that game, that would be clutch for them. But yeah, that's my realistic pick. Bias, Kings and foe.
Well, dang.
I just want to see. I just want to see the Warrior fans cry, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I live with 3 Warrior fans, bro. Like it's tough. It's tough out here, bro.
The definition of hell,
bro. Like literally.
I said Kings in 7. I got the Kings going to 7. They both have.
Okay.
They both have awful defense and really good offense. And I just think this year, with home court advantage and the Kings is like this, I'm crossing my fingers saying they're tight, by the way. I just think they can outshine the Warriors. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they're killing it. And they've been killing it for a while. So I put Kings in 7.
If the Kings actually win, like just period, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm just. It's not even the King. It's like I'm not gonna be happy the Kings won, but it's the Warriors lost. You know.
I was happy that the Kings won. Okay.
I'm gonna be so happy, bro.
Hey, no, I mean, I saw Warriors fans saying Warriors in 5. Like, come on, that's so bold. Like,
they gotta win 4 in a row now. Like, nah, bro, I ain't going.
I might have to wear a De'Aaron Fox jersey after that. Like, man, like they got such a deep bench, and it's hard for like the Warriors to compete with that, considering like last year's team to this team's bench, you know. So I think there is a scenario where Kings just bury them in points, you know. So I'm looking forward to this series.
No, this is definitely a series that I'm going to be tuning into a lot. And then last series before we move on, Grizzlies Lakers.
Before today's game, I had Grizzlies in 6, but then I just watched the game. It looked like John Morant broke his hand. And I don't know how many times a player comes back with a broken hand to play a game. So I'm going to have to switch sides here and say Lakers in 6.
Yeah. I'll get the Grizzlies will probably win next game. So I'm going to say Lakers in 5.
Oh, you made it sound like they had a lot more of a chance.
Nah, Grizzlies ain't got no chance, bro.
Austin Reeves is probably getting a max contract. Like,
I won't say max.
I don't know.
Well,
you see the people getting max contracts nowadays, Eugene?
I was about to say Jalen Brunson got himself a max, so I mean, fuck it, maybe. I don't think he deserves it yet, but
there's a team out there that's gonna swoop him up if the Lakers don't match that. Okay. A more realistic thing I think is going to happen is Austin Reeves gets a bigger contract than D'Angelo Russell. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But
he's also playing like low key. He's also playing better than him. You know, he's playing at a higher level. But then, you know, Austin was never hurt. D'Lo is kind of like, you know, on and off the court. So I don't know if that plays a role into it or if, you know, the system Darvin got mixed up or whatever, but yeah, it definitely does seem like Austin has a bigger role in the offense than D'Lo.
Yeah, like Reeves plays better defense on ball, even off ball, giving help defense. And I was watching the Grizzlies game and he was running the pick and roll. It wasn't LeBron with the ball in the fourth quarter. It was Austin Reeves. And D'Lo was sitting on the bench, I think. So I think teams are going to be looking at that and seeing how versatile he is.
Yeah, I said Lakers in 7 because, you know, I don't really have faith in the Lakers like that. I'm not a Lakers fan, so why would I? But if Ja is injured, it might be going down to 5 or 6 if Ja is injured because that man's a big part of the Grizzlies. And AD popped off today. I think he had like what, five blocks, probably more,
something like that. Yeah.
So it's like Lakers are looking solid.
It'll be interesting to see because like at halftime or something, Anthony Davis is like, I can't feel my arm. I'm like, I can't feel your arm. That's crazy. And then he just comes back. So I wonder if in future games that'll affect his shooting or not. Like if his arm's healing from whatever happened, or if he just plays like a beast the whole time. So I guess we'll see. It does suck Steven Adams isn't there to be a big presence in the paint either. So yeah, I as much as I hate it, Grizzlies aren't likely to take this series.
Yeah, if Steven and Ja were healthy, I would say 7. Like easy. And we might lose, you know, like
yeah.
But Lakers are 5.
All right. Moving on. Second round. We all have Bucks and Cavs.
I mean,
Bucks are just too good.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I said Bucks 5. as much as I hate going against Mitchell like this, Bucks are just like a powerhouse of their own.
I'll say it's kind of biased, but I'll say Bucks in 6. I'll say the Bucks are gonna choke a game, and then the Cavs are just gonna like clutch up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say Bucks in 6.
That's fair.
I also have Bucks in 6. But almost the same reason for Eugene. I don't think the Bucks are, except I'm not saying they're gonna choke a game. I just think the Cavs are just gonna clutch up 2 games. Just really just like fire on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Sixers, Celtics.
I said Celtics in 6. I want to say 5, and I really want to say sweep, but James Harden's there, that Joel Embiid, that combo, it's a threat for sure. Doc Rivers, not really a threat, so that's why I got Celtics winning the series. But
Doc Rivers hate is insane.
That is crazy.
Every time Celtics face the Sixers team led by Joel Embiid, it's always the Celtics in favor. So I think history repeats itself here.
All right. I also said Celtics in 5. I just think I've been liking the Sixers team this year, but the Celtics are just like they're just a solid team. There's no way around it.
Well, I can't root for the Celtics. I can do that first round. I can't do a second round, so I gotta go Sixers in 6.
Sixers in 6.
Sixers in 6.
All right. I mean that makes sense, Lakers fan.
Yeah.
Maybe 7. Maybe 7. Maybe 7.
It does help that they got that PJ Tucker edition. It really shows like the effect the Heat are in where they are now compared to the Sixers where they are now from last year. So there is an effect you can't really measure on the stat sheet with him. So
right.
There's
and I feel like
a good effect there.
I feel like Joel, like he was playing crazy in the regular season. I feel like he's only gonna play better in the playoffs. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I just go back and think, yeah, that's true. I just go back and think, was it 2 or 3 years ago? They gave Al Horford a huge contract just so he couldn't have to guard Joel Embiid, and now Al Horford's back, so it's gonna be hell.
All right. West second round. Nuggets, Suns for all of us.
You said what? Sorry.
Nuggets, Suns for all of us. I think we all said Nuggets, Suns.
Damn, that's second round?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6. I think next year that Suns team will have developed their chemistry better and hopefully improves their bench as well. I know they got Darius Bazley at the big, but they don't really have a reliable second center. It's Bismack Biyombo, and he shows up every now and again in certain games, but
it's not consistent.
Yeah. So yeah, I got Nuggets in 6.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Suns in 6. I'm not quite a believer in the Nuggets, even though they held that first seed literally the entire season. But I gotta see them to believe them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to bet against them. I'm not saying like it's easy, like it's an easy 6, but like, you know, the Nuggets don't do so well in the playoffs. And we got like a big 3, big 4 over here in Phoenix. And KD's KD, you know? I feel like it's kind of hard to bet against him as well. It'll be a fun series to watch, though. Don't get me wrong. I got Suns in 6, though.
My bias. I'm fighting my bias right now. But I gotta say Suns in 7. I'm trying so hard not to fight my bias. Bro, last year they swept us and they have a worse team. Like last year they swept us and they didn't have KD.
That's true.
At this point, I'm just like considering team chemistry and also injury history. So either CP3 or KD historically get injured in the playoffs. So it's maybe it's not right to assume that one of them is going to get injured this early on, but I don't know, something will happen.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, you know, like each team has their nuances.
Yeah.
We have the same team we had for a long time now, and we never made it. Like, and so it's like, if we got swept last year, and the only thing that's different is that we have Jamal Murray, like, what's gonna change now that they have KD? We both added, and their addition is like they swept us without KD. So my bias wants to say Nuggets in 7, but I just feel like the Suns.
There is tape and film on how to guard these players from last year's playoffs. You know, we got Celtics, Nets series. That was a sweep, a lot of double teams for KD. And then obviously Mavericks being the Suns. Like that Mavericks team should have never been there in the first place, and yet they did something. Obviously, you're going to have to combine both those game plans together somehow, and maybe the personnel won't be one-to-one in how to execute those game plans. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just blind faith, but I think they can pull it off.
I put my face into the Nuggets for years now.
He said, I know what they're capable of.
But, you know, I'm not going to be salty if the Nuggets win. Like, I'm just trying to be realistic somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys had Warriors, Lakers, and I had Kings, Lakers.
This one's tough.
Yeah, wait, did I have the Warriors?
You said realistically Warriors in 6, bias Kings in 4.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll stick with it.
I mean, you can switch it to your Kings in 4 if you want.
Well, no, because I'm like, even realistically, like Warriors, because the Warriors are a different team in the playoffs, but it's just like, I don't know. This season's been weird for them, you know?
You want to change it to the Kings?
I said in 6?
You said Warriors in 6.
Yeah, I'll go Kings. I'll switch mine to Kings. Because in that case, I still got the Lakers.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to say
God
Kings
forbid something happens that I'm not going to throw out in the universe, you know? But like, I got Lakers.
I gotta say, yeah, if it's the Kings, it's actually I don't know.
It's tough. It is tough.
No, it is tough. It's hard.
I'm just speaking for my bias, though.
If it were the Warriors, I would give a more confident Lakers loss there. But if it's the Kings, it's that team is basically all in on offense, and there are games where they show out on the defensive end, like Davion Mitchell and Keegan Murray are leading the way. But it would be a tougher sell in the playoffs to say Kings win against Lakers. I mean, LeBron, AD, they're a proven combo.
Right.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt and say Lakers, but like in 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, I also have Lakers in like 6. If AD keeps playing the way he's playing, it like the Lakers can definitely go pretty far.
Mm.
But you
and
never
we
know.
got Vanderbilt coming off the bench too, so he can block and steal. So that's always clutch.
All right, conference finals time. Me and Vaughn had Bucks Celtics, and Eugene had Bucks 76ers.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I feel like Bucks is like locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bucks in 7.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say my team's going to the finals. That's a jinx right there. Every time I've said that, they've missed it. So I gotta go Bucks. Bucks in 7.
I think I also have Bucks in 7.
All right. I gotta stick with my prediction. I said Celtics Sun. So you know what? I'm a man of my word. I got Celtics in 7.
I like how we exchanged like faith in each other's teams. Like I don't believe in them. You don't believe in the Nuggets.
No, facts. I mean, that's probably a conference final you wouldn't want to miss for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Vaughn had Nuggets Lakers, and me and Eugene had Suns Lakers.
That would be so crazy, bro. Suns Lakers Western Conference Finals.
I gotta go. Whatever. I had Nuggets, so I'm gonna stick with the Nuggets. I think by this point, someone's injured on the Lakers. Someone important's injured on the Lakers, and can't get over the hump.
Low key, I'm gonna go Suns in 7.
Okay.
6 or 7.
I'm also going Suns in 7. But I would be so happy if Nuggets beat the Lakers. Get that.
But I wouldn't be disappointed.
Get our get back. You know, they the bubble, you know, we didn't forget. We did. All right. And that means we all have Bucks. Oh, no, Eugene and Vaughn have Bucks in the finals, but Vaughn has Nuggets, Eugene has Suns, and I have Celtics and Suns.
Bucks and Suns again? I have Bucks and Suns again?
Yes, you do. And Vaughn has Bucks and Nuggets.
I gotta go Bucks.
Celtics, Suns.
I say Bucks confidently win whoever they're facing against, but it's either a 6 or a 7 game series because of the final. You're getting your hardest play from all your players. Mm-hmm. So I think it is a long series, whoever they face.
Bucks and Suns. Did they go 6 or
did
they go
6
5?
Last time?
It was 6. They went 6 last time. So they can't do worse.
I mean, they could.
They could, but like I feel like they would have to like absolutely shit the bed or more than one player's hurt. I'm gonna go full bias. Suns in 7.
All right.
I just want to see Book win, bro. I mean, even CP3 too, but like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what I said originally. Now I'm sitting here thinking, bias me wants to say Suns in 7. I mean, I really want Chris Paul to get that ring.
It's the like Giannis. I think he's literally gonna end up like LeBron in the fact that his prime is gonna be like 10 years long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even or maybe even longer, you know? But I don't know. It seems like Giannis is a lock. And it's like I want to make it interesting for myself by saying the Suns, but
yeah. I think I'm gonna say Celtics in 7. They're gonna have that back-to-back pedigree. They already got the sniff. And you know, Jason Tatum has beaten KD before.
That would be fire. I'm not gonna lie.
No, thank you for
Not the
saying that.
Celtics winning, but
I wouldn't say it.
I wouldn't either. I would never say it.
Hey,
I would like to see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown win a ring. I don't care on what organization, though.
all right. That was pretty good. We kind of started deviating a little bit towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just to go through over, Vaughn said Bucks to win it all. Eugene said Suns to win it all, and I said Celtics to win it all. Completely different answers.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wasn't expecting that.
It's
on the very low key.
You know, when you go through and you pick who you think are gonna win, it comes out a lot more different than when you just outright say it.
Right.
All right. Now we do have some time. So what series are you guys tapping into the most this year? What's a must watch?
I feel like this Lakers Grizzlies one, despite like all the media and Dylan Brooks, yada yada, like genuinely, I feel like it should be a good series to watch.
Yeah.
Hater me says Kings Warriors because I want the Warriors to downfall. I don't want to see them, you know. But lover me gotta say Eastern Conference Finals because hopefully it will be Celtics versus Bucks. And last year when they met in the playoffs, that was a 7-game series.
Yeah.
So probably be something similar. I hope.
I'm going full hater. I'm saying Kings Warriors. I think I'm going full hater. That's gonna be a series I'm gonna tune into and just really hope that if the Kings get to the second round, that's gonna be insane.
I have no choice but to watch it. So
it's funny because like the Kings are the 3 seed, but they're like the underdog basically. So like even though they're the 3rd seed, if they win this, this beam team will be the equivalent of like the We Believe Warriors almost.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they will be remembered if they do make it to the second round.
I mean, it's also just the fact that like we've seen this before with teams where like they're pretty mediocre or they just don't find their groove, and then all of a sudden in the playoffs they just go crazy. So you can never really count out the Warriors, as much as I hate to say it, because they won a chip after getting eliminated in the play-ins. Like, you just never know with the Warriors.
Right. I feel like also both 4-5 matchups will be pretty interesting to watch, you know, because they're just literally pretty even between each other. So I think that would be cool to watch.
No, for sure. And they're also like different type of matchups. It's like the star power with the Suns and Clippers, and then it's like the grittiness of the Cavs and the Knicks. Like,
right.
If you want to watch the stars go at it, Clippers Suns. But if you want to watch like just ball and like just scrappiness, Knicks Cavs is gonna be one you want to tune in to.
And game 1 was like a sneak peek of that. So
yeah, facts. All right, and which series are you not watching? Because let's be honest, there's a series you're not watching, and I know you like.
I don't care about the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are frauds.
Timberwolves.
Them 1-8 matchups, out of there, bro.
I mean, as a Nuggets fan, I'm watching Nuggets Timberwolves. As much as I hate that they're playing the Timberwolves.
But think about it. If you weren't a Nuggets fan, are you watching it?
Hell no.
Exactly. Like it ain't nothing to watch.
I was so bummed when they beat the Thunder. I was heated.
Low key, I'll even like Philly and the Nets. probably on the same level with me anyway.
That's what I was
feel
gonna
like
say for me.
Yeah, like Philly is just like way too good for the Nets. That Nets team anyway.
Yeah, I would just be like, if you're a Philly fan, don't take their first round performance as them going all the way. Like,
True.
because the Nets are a pretty young team who just got put together.
Right.
Oh, I gotta be wondering if they play Cam Thomas, because every time they do, he seems to drop 40 every now and then. So he needs some action.
No, that is true. I mean, I don't know why they don't consistently play them. I kind of want to know the reason behind that.
It's probably something extra going on.
Facts. You never know. So we have plenty of time. So what we're gonna do is this kick off. We're just gonna tell our picks for each. You want to do each reward, or do you just want to do the big ones?
No, I think I can do each award.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, let's kick it off. You want to kick it off with MVP?
Okay. I think this is Joel's year. It has to be. This has to be Joel Embiid's year. If not, he's never getting it.
Oh, God damn.
I don't think you're wrong though. You know, like Giannis has 2 or only Jokic?
Giannis has 2.
They both have 2.
Yeah, they both have 2. So I hate to say it, but it's like it's really gonna come down to voter fatigue, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I really want Embiid to win as well. Also, just because like it's like about time he deserves it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
His first few years in the league, he was trolling, you know, and then as his career progresses, you know, he gets better and better, plays better, actually wants to play basketball. But yeah, I feel like he deserves it at this point in his career. And it's like, I feel like Giannis, he'll probably get another one. Jokic might maybe get another one, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he gets it though.
Yeah, I'm also saying Embiid. I think for the exact same reason. I feel like a lot of people don't want to give Giannis a three-peat. I mean Jokic a three-peat. I feel like that's another big thing playing into it. I feel like there's so many players who actually deserved a three-peat over Jokic. But also Embiid has been like he's been hooping for so long now, and he's been snubbed so many times. So I just feel like he really, really deserves that MVP. All right. D-Boy.
It should be Anthony Davis, but
I don't even think he's a finalist.
62 games. Yeah, like it'll probably go to Jaren though. Well deserving though.
True.
I think because he's having like what 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and like 1.5 steals or something crazy.
Yeah, that would probably be my prediction too. Is JJJ. He can guard the perimeter and the paint. His block numbers and steals show like what he's capable of. But also, people will be shitting on Brook Lopez, but I think he also has a good shot at it, considering he's played 15 more games, and it's very similar production on the defensive end. Like, I think his contested shots is double the next person on the list. So if you add those 15 games, I think it's like 600 minutes more than Jaren Jackson Jr. So he's actually a real threat getting that Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. I'm also gonna say Jaren Jackson, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people are hating on Brook Lopez for no reason. I just like I don't get why people are so shocked that he's a finalist. Like he's been doing
Because he's
really well
old.
on the defense. True, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's also like Brook Lopez. That's not a game. That's not a name that gets you excited.
Right.
But like he has been doing really well on the defensive end. All right, most improved. I feel like
This is a hard one.
Yeah. My personal pick is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Mhm.
He's like good in every category of statistics, whether it's scoring, assists, even rebounding for a guard, steals, blocks for a guard, efficient, and they made play in large part because of his play all year long.
Mhm.
So, but I'm not gonna argue if anyone says Lauri Markkanen, like the jump that he took from last year to this year is like significant. And I mean, if you ask me in the middle of the year, it probably would have been Markkanen, but I just gotta go with SGA here.
I would love to see SGA win, but I don't think he will. I think it'll probably either go to Lauri or Jalen, to be honest. Maybe even Jalen, because they're the 5 seed right now. Jalen came from the Mavericks. He was hooping, got himself $100 million, and then still continued to hoop. Meanwhile, I mean, Lauri did the same thing. Came from the Cavs, got traded in that Donovan Mitchell trade. Him and Colin Sexton started going crazy. Colin got hurt again. Then he was starting to carry the load, the offensive load, as well as playing spectacular defense. So as much as I would like to see SGA win, I think it's going to go to either Jalen or Lauri.
I think personally, I think I'm also gonna go SGA, but Markkanen does have a good significant chance. The only one who wasn't an All-Star though was Brunson, so I feel like that's something that might affect the votes. Brunson wasn't an All-Star, so I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Markkanen got it though, because like we said, man, people thought he was out of the league, like as soon as he got traded to the Jazz, and then pops off and was making Jazz like almost a one, like Jazz were like up in the standings for a really long time. So I personally want to see SGA win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Markkanen does, because he did have a skyrocket growth. All right, Eugene probably has beef with this one. Rookie of the year.
I got big beef, bro. Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin is rookie of the year, bro. He is. I don't care. He's rookie of the year. He broke like every rookie record the Pacers had, bro. People not realizing it. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he was averaging more points than the number 1 overall pick in his draft class. But I could be wrong. Benedict Mathurin's rookie of the year.
He said fuck the other finalists.
Yeah, I would want Benedict to win, but it's probably going to be Paolo.
Unfortunately,
that's what the media have been on all year long. It's wild that Benedict isn't even a finalist anymore. He's not even top 3. I thought that would have changed like at the very end of the year. No, it's Jalen Williams or Walker Kessler ahead of him. And I see how good Jalen Williams is. I know Walker Kessler is who the Timberwolves think Rudy Gobert is. but but I don't know how they squeezed Benedict out. Like,
don't get me wrong, too. Like Jalen and Walker are both great players, but Benedict's just better, bro.
Yeah, I'm also really shocked that he's not even a finalist.
You know what it is? You know what I think it is? They both start. I think. Doesn't Walker start?
Yeah, Walker starts.
Walker starts.
I think that might be the only reason Benedict comes off the bench.
I feel like that's more impressive though. Like
that's way more impressive.
Not the first option.
He's overshadowed by the Tyrese's and the Buddies and the Miles, you know, like
yeah.
It's just kind of hard. I don't know, but it should be Benedict, bro.
It's gonna be Paolo. He was one like the entire year. He didn't fall off whatsoever. He only averaged 20 points, and Benedict averaged like 16. And he was coming off, and he was coming off the bench. Like that's not. I'm sorry, Paolo was hooping, but at one point he had like a single digit 3-point percentage.
For a whole month.
So like, why is he like so beloved? I really don't get it. Salty. 6th man of the year.
Who are these candidates? I forgot.
Malcolm Brogdon, Bobby Portis, and Emmanuel Quickley. My boy, Bobby.
I would like Malcolm Brogdon to win, but I think Emmanuel Quickley is going to take this one. I think when he had that 30 or 40-point game against the Celtics off the bench, that's when they were kind of like setting it in stone at that point. It's late in the season. He's playing like this. So that just kind of feels like where the wind is shifting. It's a lot.
Was that the game? Was that the game Ice Spice showed up?
I think so.
Hey, I would have dropped 42. Like
anyone would.
Down atrocious.
Ben Simmons would have suited up. Like, come on.
No, yeah, I think I got Quickley too. This late season push, like post All-Star game post All-Star break. He was just kind of hooping. I think he had like 3 or 4 40-point games. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then he had even more like 30-point games. And Thibodeau not starting young players, so he ended up, starting a few games that I saw too. So that helps. But yeah, I think he's gonna get 6 man.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen much of Bobby or Brogdon, to be honest. So,
well, I kind of showed my support for Bobby in the graph episode. I kind of told y'all like how he kind of just does everything the Bucks needs him to do and a little bit more. But I feel like Quickley is probably gonna get it just because of his performances. I also kind of wanted Brogdon to get it because like I was excited when he went to the Celtics, but I feel like Quickley might get it. All right, enough.
Just one thing is I think Bobby Portis probably would have had a stronger case if he was playing like he was last year and the year before. His shooting isn't as good as it was then, but obviously, like you said in the past, like he does a lot that the Bucks require. And then obviously I'm a Celtics fan. I want Brogdon to win, but there's a big reason why the Celtics have a good guard dynamic. It's because they switch between Derek White, Brogdon, Smart, and then sometimes they'll play Brown at shooting guard. So it's like they create this 4-man rotation of hell for whoever's guard on the other teams. So, but I get why Quickley would get it based on individual merits for this season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a chance to make history, the first ever Clutch Player of the Year award. The finalists are Butler, DeRozan, and De'Aaron Fox.
I think personally, this is a lock for De'Aaron Fox. Like he leads clutch points
really?
in the season. Yep.
I mean, have you seen some of the shots he was making this year?
But you got DeMar, bro. You got DeMar DeRozan, bro. Arguably one of the most clutch players in the league, bro.
Hey, I agree. I'm a big DeMar DeRozan fan. DeMar DeRozan fan. But if it was last year, for sure, has it in the lock. But this year, De'Aaron Fox is the reason why that Kings never let go of the third seed, because there's games where they could have lost, and De'Aaron Fox is locked in. Hey,
I don't know, bro. I mean, he might probably win because you know they sitting pretty right now, but a lock? I don't know. Even Jimmy Butler, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here?
He still has. I just noticed he still has the braids in the picture.
They never changed it.
They never changed it. I just now realized that.
In preseason dreads. That's funny.
I do love both those players, but I also got to look at team records and see they were losing close games. Maybe not to the fault of both DeMar and Jimmy Butler, but De'Aaron Fox was winning those clutch games, you know. So
yeah, right.
That's just my big peeve right there.
For the first time ever, the finalists are really good. Like all three of these players, could have won it, because Jimmy Butler in the later half, he was clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But De'Aaron Fox was clutch all season. And all I'm saying is, if De'Aaron Fox gets that second round, gets to the second round, you gotta buy those De'Aaron Fox cards, because his price will skyrocket. I'm telling y'all. All right, I think this is the last reward, Coach of the Year. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am a casual when it comes to coaches, so I have no idea who deserves to win this.
It is Mike Brown. Didn't they already announce Mike Brown won?
Oh,
yeah.
I think they did.
So, Coach of the Kings. I wasn't even considering anyone else. Like, if you bring a team through the playoffs after a 16-year drought, you have to get rewarded for that.
No, I agree. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I do know all three of these coaches, and Mike Brown, like, because it's the Thunder coach and the Celtics coach, and all three of them were pretty fire this year. So
honestly, me personally, I don't know why they threw the Thunder coach in there. I think now, obviously, Mike Brown should have and did win, but I think you could make a case for the Celtics coach as well. You know, given he wasn't expecting to be head coach the entire season. You know, so and then to keep up, the system and like everything, and even just I don't know how things were behind the scenes. Just with like the other coaches and all that drama and whatnot. But just that he was even to keep up with being one of the top two teams in the league, literally. So I think, got to give him props too. But yeah, Mike Brown definitely deserved that one.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, no matter, you could have put anyone in there, Mike Brown was gonna win. Like, man made history. All right, those are all of the awards. Those were our picks. Make sure you stay tuned in. We are gonna be covering the playoffs all postseason, so you don't want to miss any of our playoff talk. Make sure, if you're listening on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. We are on all podcast platforms, so make sure you rate and review us. Even if you hate that we said Embiid's going to be MVP, let us know. We are on all social media platforms at Spin the Rock, so check us out there for clips and episode updates. I am your host, Angel. Joining me today was Vaughn and Eugene. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next week.
Wavy, Percy Jackson drowning in the water. Out of town, I'm making plays, I'm coaching like I'm Carter. Vision clear like 2020, I'ma take it farther.